Hey everybody, Tim here from Workshop 12 checking in this wonderful crazy time. So I figured I'd give a bit of an update so that everybody kind of knows what is all going on. I know we've been doing some different social posts here and there, but everything is running. Everything's up and going. We've had to make a few different concessions to be able to get it that way. So yeah, we had a few of us that had been in work environments where there's people that had tested positive, so we all had to go into lockdown for about 14 days and not be able to come out. So had printers running at home, trying to get around some of those different things. As usual, you know, with stuff like this, and other companies are seeing the same things, trying to get delays out of some of the circuit boards and circuitry that we have coming out of China, getting the components that we need here and there has been a challenge. So we've been trying to work through different suppliers and stuff like that to get what we need. But the components are trickling in as they come in, and as we can, we're packing everything up and shipping it out. So far we haven't had any stoppages from ability to get our hands on the different components. Shapeways is continuing to produce and ship to us. So everything, as of now, is still pushing and moving forward. So everybody here is healthy. I hope everybody out there is healthy as well, and taking care of themselves, and seeing how we get through this very interesting time. So I wanted to give everybody a bit of a quick update. So we've done a few different social posts. We are getting really close on the USB-C stuff. We now have in stock the cables that we need. There's still some componentry and stuff that's coming in. Gerald down in California is busy trying to put together the USB-C boards that we need. So very similar to like what the Lava does to be able to create power and accessory. So these little boards allow us to actually really essentially run USB-C in an automotive environment. So one of the tricky parts with any USB-C capability is, yeah, it does allow for charge and USB at the same time, but as soon as charge is disconnected, it powers the hub and it powers the accessories off the tablet, and that just drains really, really quickly. So those boards are being assembled and should hopefully be coming up to us pretty soon, so we can do some final testing on those. So they're getting close. We haven't opened up the configuration on the store yet to choose USB-C, because we just want to go through everything. This has been interesting, getting the components that we need. We just want to make sure everything is working the way that we want before we open up those options on the website. Really positive that it is working. We tested it before the components came in, so now it's just doing the final testing. So that stuff is underway. So that's a big one, because that circuitry allows a lot of people who have been waiting for the new tablets for our kits, the Tab A's for the 10.1s, but also the other tablets like the 10.5 for the G37 also uses USB-C. So it's kind of a critical component for all of the different projects to use the newer tablets. So that is coming along nicely, and we definitely will be posting any kind of updates as soon as that we have those and test results, and letting everybody know when they're available. So next on the list, progress on G37. We get a lot of questions about this. So we are in the middle on the G37 of doing what we would call the mechanical design. Trying to figure out how we get all of the different pieces to fit together the way that we want to, behind the dash, to the mounting points, to the areas around the vents, how those secure to the dash, how we create and design them so that it's as low as manufacturing costs as possible. When we're doing 3D printing through Shapeways to get the really nice prints that are super durable and great quality, the larger of volume and the physical size of the part, the more expensive it is to print. So it's simple to say, well, I'm just going to design one piece and it's just going to snap over everything. Well, it gets really expensive, as we found out when we were doing the 370 Z kit. So if you take a look at our prices now, in order to manufacture the 370 Z kit when it was at the size that it was close to $800 just for the plastics. Like, So we have to be very smart on how we design the plastics to make everything work properly in there. So we're working through all of that inner mechanical design. So we're hoping to have some more updates with everybody. We had the illustrations out there showing likely where our part and seam lines are going to be. And now it's the mechanics behind it and how to make everything fit together. Installation order, reassembly order, all those good fun parts of the design process. So this is typically kind of the longest, I'll call it R&D work that we need to do, is just trying to figure out these specific pieces. For the Genesis, we should hopefully have an update this week on it. We're getting really close on the design. We've got the test prints for both the kits, the G37 and the Genesis. We've had test prints on the tablet holders themselves, a nice snug, great fit around those. So mechanical work on the Genesis has been going on. Again, our design partner has been able to go virtual as well, which has been great. So we're getting really close to having some updates there, hopefully really close to being able to do some test prints. Now, in these wonderful times, we're maybe going to need a little bit of help from the community doing some diagnostics and debugging on some of the electronics, because we're all locked indoors, and being able to get a customer's car in to be able to do electronic testing and stuff like that. Businesses are pretty much shut down around here for doing that kind of thing. So, you know, you get large fines when your business is open doing these sorts of things. So we might need a little bit of community help. We'll let you guys know what help we could use and how we could use it when we get to that point. So we're getting really close on the plastics for the Genesis. The G35, all the 3D scanning is done. We have all the models in there. We also did the scanning for the earlier versions of the G35. Now, they are quite a bit different. So we would have to do pretty much a project there, and it would involve a lot of cutting of the dash. So we'll give you a little bit more updates on that, but that's just kind of the initial assessments that are coming in there. To get to the 3D modeling and design aspect of that, then we're going to need a few more deposits like we have up on the website to fund that next stage of the project. So that stuff is available. You know, anybody that's wanting these kits and wanting to be able to fund the G35, then we've got those available as deposits out there. Okay, so that's a lot of stuff. Other things, the 0507 WRX STI, we actually have the kit designed. We have the test prints back from Shapeways. Just need to do some test prints of the mechanics to test the install in the vehicle. Again, just been difficult trying to keep up with volume and printers being done, us being out 14 days to be able to get back in and doing those test prints and test fitting. So we're trying to work our way through into that one. Still electronic design to go for the climate control there, but it is making good significant progress as well. So I think those are all the updates. We're trying to keep on top of everything. It's been a little bit crazy, but as we get things coming in, we're getting them out there. We literally took the shop equipment and we have it set up at people's homes to be able to try to print and assemble and keep everything going while we're under some of these strict lockdown scenarios. And I think a bunch of us all across the world are in these same sorts of scenarios. So I wanted to give you guys an update on where we are. I figured a video was probably an easiest way to get through as much as I possibly could on what we all have in progress. So if there are any further questions on that, I think I've covered a lot of them. Please continue to send the messages in via email, via social, and we'll do our best to answer all your questions. And with that, we'll cut this video off, and we'll make sure that we get you guys updates as soon as we've got new things to share. We'll be sharing them across our social channels. So thanks a lot for joining, and we'll see you in the next videos.